इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क, धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring exciting and high potential franchise business from across the industry. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. We, Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to make sure your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from an investor to an entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunity in detail, and openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to brand, the business, the investment, the growth, before you actually take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we will talk about an opportunity with a school, the brand called Global School of Excellence. Global School of Excellence is a K-12 education brand focused on delivering quality value-based schooling in semi-urban and emerging cities across India. Founded in 2019, the institute was created with a vision to bridge the gap between premium urban school and the urban-sourced rural education system. The concept is built around affordable yet highly quality education, integrated foundational learning, technology-enabled classroom, and experiential teaching methods to develop confident, ethical, and future-ready students. Global School of Excellence positioned itself as a purpose-driven education brand, combining academic excellence and holistic development. The brand has established its presence in Madhya Pradesh with a multiple operational school, demonstrating a validated and scalable model. This brand is expanding through franchise partners in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, particularly, offering FOFO and FOCO models with structured support in operation, training, and admission. With focus on accessibility, quality, and scalability, it presents a long-term opportunity in India's growing education sector. And to talk more about this, I'm joined with the co-founders himself. We have Sneha Nigam. She is the CEO and the co-founder for this brand. We also have the co-founder Romit Pandey. He probably will join maybe in some times. But also would like to welcome our channel partner Atul Sharma, who's also taking care of this business expansion in the designated area. We have Chitra Bhatt. She is the strategy consultant for this brand. So, I mean, we have almost everyone today who's going to help you understand more about the business, the more insight about the brand. You just need to stay with us for maybe like 30, 40 minutes. We'll try to wrap it up within 30-40 minutes. We'll try to give you as much as possible, the knowledge about the brand, the business, and the opportunity in your particular, the area. Or also, at the same point of time, I would also like to inform all the viewers that in case if you have any question, related to brand or the business, you please keep on sharing it into the Q&A box, and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Now, won't take more time now. I would rather like to invite Sneh, the CEO and the co-founder of this brand, to take us through with the brand story, how they started, how has been the journey so far since 1929. 19, and also how she distinguished this the brand from rest of other competitors in the market, and how she looked into the overall opportunity. Yeah, yeah, okay, so Romit has also joined. Hi Romit, thanks so much for joining. So yeah, that is how we'll now start with the journey so far, and then we'll move on to the presentation part. Yeah, over to you, Sneh.
Hi, Chitraji, would you like to share your screen for the presentation?
And let's also, get started with your, the personal introduction, Sneh and Romit both.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Very happy to join here. My name is Sneh Nigam, and I also have Romit Pandey with me. We both are the co-founders of Global School of Excellence. It's MP's most promising chain of schools. We started in 2019, and our sole vision was to provide quality education at affordable cost in places there's lack of good educational institutes specifically. I have myself had the opportunity to study in one of the top colleges in the world, and having the exposure of such a business school as well as college, my aim was to bridge the gap between, as rightly put by the Franchise India team, that we wanted to bridge the gap between premium urban schools and average rural schools. So we wanted to provide quality education in places where where the educational institutes are not either available, and even if they are available, then they are not doing that much in terms of quality. Uh, can we move to the next slide, please? So as I mentioned, we started in 2019, and within our first year, we were able to get 150 admissions in every school. And we were very hands-on and rigorous in terms of marketing, operations, and other things, even though we have a full-fledged team which starts with the principal, the HODs, the admins, and the teaching staff, the help staff, and everything. But still, Romit and I, we are very hands-on when it comes to operations, finance, and other things. Uh, we started from KG to 12th in 2000, from KG to 5th standard, I'm sorry, in 2019. And then we gradually, phase wise, increased the classes. And today, all our schools operate from KG to 12th. Uh, we operate in, can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah. So, as I mentioned about myself, I've had the opportunity to study in an Ivy League, having that exposure. Romit ji has studied from an IIT, Triple IT Hyderabad. He's an engineer. So, based on our exposure and passion towards education, we thought that, having good and quality education is the root that strengthens the value system of Indian children. And it should be accessible, and it should be a right. It is a right, but it is not treated as one. So we wanted to make it accessible as well as affordable, because we believe that rural and suburban areas, while children can perform so much better than uh, city students or tier one students if given the right resources and opportunities. So, with the mindset of giving back to the society, we started uh, the one school, and now we have three schools. And can you move to the next slide, please? Let's talk about the vision. So, as I mentioned, vision is to become a chain of schools present in rural and suburban areas and to be the largest out of them, to be present everywhere, starting from in and around areas in Bhopal. Right now, we are operating in Raisen, Sihor, Abdullahganj, and we also have a preschool in Sihor. So right now we are operating in and around Bhopal. Starting with Bhopal, we want to get to Madhya Pradesh, and from Madhya Pradesh, we want to expand to other states as well. Uh, don't want to name any specific brand here, but just for reference, the vision is to become DPS of the rural because it's one of the largest chain of schools and it is present in suburban areas, but its target audience is somewhere premium. But we want to replicate the same into suburbs and rural areas. Then we wanted to create future ready students by inculcating co-curricular activities, sports activities. Our students have already showcased their talent by outshining uh, the city students. As I mentioned, one of our student from the Sihor branch has a 100% scholarship until his graduation, and it's sorted. He's been shifted to Delhi, and a lot of our children outshine students from Bhopal, Indore, and even state level pay. They are performing great in sports like chess, kabaddi, uh, kho, cricket, as well as football. Football under 14 may we have I think around 7 to 8 students in under 14 football from every school who have repeatedly won every championship they have participated in. So our USP, if you say vision, if you ask, is to create a child that is ready to communicate, starting from the basics. They should be focusing on how to read properly, how to write properly, how to listen properly, how to communicate properly. If we are able to achieve that with any child, the if we are able to achieve the ability to, if we are able to provide the ability to, comprehend everything and interact with people, if we can make our children people's people, then that's the aim. So starting right from the basics, then adding on sports and extracurriculars to it, and preparing them to be global citizens, because with the upcoming of AI and other things, the children need to be ready for anything and everything. So we want to provide them with that exposure as well. So we have AR VR technologies integrated with us. We have AI tools for learning, even when we are operating in such areas where there's lack of such technologies. Then one very important USP where we operate in is life skills, wherein we prepare our students to actually be able to do and perform day-to-day activities. Like if I talk about kindergarten classes, simple little things like being able to tie their shoelace, being able to have proper manners, toilet etiquettes, being able to polish their shoes, and then gradually, when the classes grow, for higher class students, it turns into plantations, agriculture, repairing of small equipments, electrical equipments like coolers and other things. So we have a separate segment for that where the children are independent, like our previous generation. Can we move on to the next slide, please? As mentioned previously, we have our branches in Sihor, Abdullahganj, and Raisen. All of them are from KG to 12th. In Sihor, the school is a little bit on the outskirts. That's why we also have a pre-school in the major city of Sihor. These are some glimpses from the preschool of Global School of Excellence. I've already briefed you about myself and Romit ji. I come from a business background. I've done my MBA from Spain, and Romit ji has been involved in various fields. He has himself been an IITian, and he is a lot into technology and wants to create a positive change in the environment. This is a picture from our annual function from the Sihor branch. I think I've taken pretty much everything about the brand. I think I would like to hand over to Chitra ji to explain the FOFO and FOCO model. We are here to expand in both the approaches. Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha, for the wonderful brand introduction. Now I will present the franchise model, financials, and rollout plan of Global School of Excellence. So the model which we are offering are franchisee owned, franchisee operated, and franchisee owned company operated. So we want to go with both the models. So in FOFO model, which is franchisee owned, franchisee operated, the ownership of the school will be a franchisee. Investment will be done by franchisee. Operations will be handled by franchisee. The brand guidelines will be provided by the company. Revenue generation and expenses will be done by franchisee partner only. Then a royalty, 10% of total fees will be paid to the brand as royalty. Agreement period is 30 years. So in FOCO model, which is franchisee owned company operated, all the investment will be done by franchisee, and all the operating expenses will be borne by company. Profit share by the brand will be given to franchisee partner is 25% of total fees, and 12% of minimum guarantee will be provided to the franchisee partner on their total investment. And total tenure agreement period will be of 30 years for both the models. So here are the financial snapshot. So we are offering two models. The first is tier 2 city model and the second is tier 3 city model. So in tier 2 city model, the total area of the school would be around 2 acre, and built up area on that would be 30,000 to 60,000 square feet. The capex which will be required to establish the building and setup is 5.05 crore. Franchisee fee is 30 lakh, which is including of GST. Total investment for tier 2 city model is 5.35 crore. 10% of total fees will be charged as royalty, and internal return rate for tier 2 city model is coming close to 34%, 34.4%, and payback period for tier 2 city model is 5.6 years. So in 5.5 years, the investor will recover all the invested amount and they will start generating profits from 6 year onwards, and total contract period is of 30 years. For tier 3 city model, the built-up area and total area would be same. The capex which required is 4.55 crore. Franchisee fee is the same, 30 lakh including of government taxes. So total investment for tier 3 city model is around 4.85 crore. Royalty is also same, 10% of total fees. So internal return rate is close to 26%. And payback period on total investment is close to 7.5 years. So this is the financial snapshot for franchisee-owned company-operated model, where total area would be same, capex would be same, franchisee fee would be same. Here the revenue share on total sales is 25% of total fees. So 25% of total fees will be given to franchisee partner as revenue share, and 12% on total investment will be. Internal return rate is 23.80%, and payback period is 7.4 years, 7.5 almost for tier 2 city model, and for tier 3 city model, internal return rate is 18.2%, and payback period is coming 8.2 years, and contract period for both the models are 30 years. So here are the operating terms mentioned. So in FOCO model, which is franchisee-owned company operated, all the investment will be done by franchisee. All the operating expenses will be borne by company. And lock-in period for FOCO model would be 5 years. For FOFO model, all the investment and operational expenses will be borne by franchisee, and royalty will be paid by franchisee partner to the brand. And renewal will be done on mutual consent after 30 years. So in FOFO model, the brand support will be extended to the franchisee partner. So all the support related SOP, ERP, assessment tool, and reporting system will be extended to the franchisee partner. Then staff training, quality system, and marketing support will also be extended to the franchisee partner. So in FOCO model, which is franchisee-owned company-operated model, all the operating support, staff recruitment and training, quality system, and marketing support will be extended to the franchisee partner. All the operations will be done by the company itself. Staff recruitment and training will be done by company, and audit protocols will be there to maintain the brand standard, and all the central marketing will be done by the brand. So here is the rollout plan. In phase 1, we are targeting tier 2. We are targeting cities near major cities of MP, which is Indore, Bhopal, Jabalpur, and Gwalior. So here our strategic focus is to strong inspirational parent segment, and we are also targeting affordable real estate and operations. And the strategic focus is lower compensation from premium schools. So in phase 2, we are targeting neighboring state of MP, which are Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. So here the strategic focus is to build on brand awareness created in MP, and reduce operational and support cost through proximity, because we are targeting the schools near the existing schools in phase 1. So these are the strategic focus for phase 2 expansion. Markets, we are having certain parameters to select the area of the school. So we'll check on the student population density, K to 12, which is required to establish the school over there. Then we'll also check the literacy growth and educational inspiration, and migration inflow and housing development. We will also check the feasibility, financial feasibility, and real estate factors like land building availability, affordability of rentals, lease, less operational cost. So we'll check all these parameters. Then we'll also check the competitive landscape, all the other premium schools which are available at those areas. Then we'll also check on policy and regulatory fit. we will provide the territorial exclusivity to our franchisee partner. So the radius would be 5 to 7 kilometer, which will depend on the city and location. Exclusivity will be given based on student density and population size, and one franchisee per defined catchment area will be finalized. So here are capability building process. So franchisee acquisition and deal closing procedure will be the first initial franchisee application form will be signed by potential franchisee partner, where we'll take the necessary information of the potential franchisee partner. Then non-disclosure agreement, which is NDA, will be signed by both the parties. Then EOI and due diligence process will take place, where overall verification of the complete background of the potential investor will be taken. Then LOI, which is letter of intent, will be signed, where some percentage of franchisee fee will be being taken from the franchisee partner as token amount, and which is non-refundable. Then finally, deal closure will happen. So this is the due diligence process, where initial application form will be signed, and here are the information which will be captured under initial application form, which is profile, education, work ex, city, location, time frame, quantum of investment, expected ROI, life goals, reason to partner with us. Then NDA, which is non-disclosure agreement, will be signed. Then letter of intent, where 25% of franchisee fee will be taken as a token amount, which is non-refundable, and all the location and other operational thing will be finalized. Then finally, franchisee agreement will be signed, where all the legal downloads and operational downloads will be provided to the franchisee partner, and remaining franchisee will pay the balance amount. Thank you. So anybody is having any question related to financials and rollout plan?
Right. Thank you so much, Chitra, for taking us through the presentation. Yep. In case if anyone would like to ask any question, you can put it in the Q&A box, and we will take them up now. However, looking into this overall opportunity, since the brand's expansion is primarily in Madhya Pradesh and nearby cities, so we must focus. We must look into how the opportunity is. I think the Madhya Pradesh presents a high potential and under-penetrated market for organized K-12 education, especially in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. With a large and a growing student population, increasing literacy awareness, and rising aspirations among the parents looking for English medium CBSE aligned education, I mean, this drives a great demand in that particular area. Also, I mean, rising middle class income and education awareness is, of course, something that we people are not looking for. However, there is also a big gap in the quality in the school. Despite the growing demand, I think many regions still rely on government school or the low quality private school. And and that too have a limited availability, right, of standardized branded school chains or the CBSE aligned institution, and that creates a strong opportunity for the schools organizations like this. So I mean, it can be a great opportunity. In case if you would like to go for this, I think you must think over it. It is indeed a great opportunity. Ideally, the market which we are looking is for the MP and nearby cities. Also, would like to take this opportunity, Atul, in case, sir, if you have any question, you would like to ask any question from your side.
Let me start with, I have the few questions. First, we like to know that all the three campus are CBSE affiliated, or two campus have the state board?
So, two of our campuses, which is Sihor and Raisen, are still MP board, and one of our campuses
Okay.
is CBSE board. It is based on the requirement of the location as parents demand. We go for CBSE because again there are other norms and the salary for teachers increase. Then the fee structure for parents also increase if we go for CBSE. So we check on the parents if they are ready to, bear that kind of fee structure. Then definitely we go for CBSE.
Okay. For the capex point of view, the capex requirement for CBSE and state board campus both are the same.
Yes, the
Yeah,
capex requirement, there is not much difference because this is the capex that has been mentioned in the document. Here, the
Right.
capex is to start the school and run it for suppose 10 years. Now, if we go
Okay.
for some improvements, for example, CBSE affiliation, there is some costs that are there, but those are not very heavy costs.
Okay. Okay.
major
Okay.
impact would be on the operational expenses only. Setup cost is almost equivalent.
Almost
And the
same.
thing is that
Okay.
if there is some expenses, those are offset by the increase in fees and other things.
Okay. 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 Okay.
The cost
So
is,
all
yeah.
legal cost and state board establishment cost is included in this capex.
It's
Yes,
not
the
that
cost that
much,
is,
sir. The
yeah.
cost is around like 10 to 11 lakhs if we go for CBSE affiliation. That's
That
the only difference.
cost bear by franchisee or company.
By the franchisee.
It,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. 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 And
And also,
what
Rohit,
is the sitting student capacity of our all these three campus? The model
So
based on 700 students or 800 or 1000?
no, so for example, the total capacity of a school in
Mm.
Raisen, we have a total capacity of 1,000 to 1,100 students. And
Okay.
in Sihor, we have a capacity of 900 to 1,000 students. Similarly, in Abdullahganj, we have a capacity of 800 to 900 students. So
Okay.
this the numbers that we have mentioned. This is to give
Tentative.
an idea of the investments and the rate of returns and payback period and other things. In
Okay.
actual, this might vary by 5 to 10%. In actual, so it can reduce also, and it can increase also.
Okay. Okay. Clear.
also, would you be able to, clarify like the overall investments like 4.5 to 5.5? So can you please break this into the land, building, or the setup, or the working capital? We want to go more deep dive, just in case if you are able to do that, or any idea sort of thing.
Okay, so I'll just, we all have a detailed sheet. So if anyone is interested, we can just share that sheet. But I'll just give you a ballpark figure back of the envelope calculations.
Correct.
So if we are, so for example, I have mentioned like a 2 acre campus. Currently, what we have are 5 acre campus or in all the places that we have. But suppose if you're going with the 2 acre campus, built up area is around 30,000 square feet. So this built up area, like this ranges from 30,000 to 45,000 square feet depending on the need. Now, if we go for 30,000 square feet, uh, we are going for the cost of construction and other things. So this will come around to be nearby 2.5 to 3 crores. Okay. So
Okay.
this will be the construction cost, construction plus some of the fittings and other things, the cost that will come. So this all includes that. Okay. Now the other capex cost will be the furnitures and the CCTV and the panels, like the whole, the ABX system that we have. other computer labs. We have AI labs is the new norms. Like recently, I visited a school where there were robotics and AI labs. So these are the things, and the other labs that are there, physics lab, chemistry lab, and these libraries are also there. So what the things that go inside it, the capex of 5 to 5.5 crore, they all include that.
Right. And also, based on your experience, what is the average annual fee per student, and how would it vary, based on the city, number one? And number two, what is the expected student strength year-wise, like in the beginning, based on your experience, like how many
Yes.
students would require?
So, Sneh, you want to answer? Should I go for it?
Yeah, I'll just cover it. If I miss on anything, you can share.
Okay.
So, answering your first question, the fee structure, there's a specific range that we've decided on. It's around 15,000 to 40,000 rupees, depending on the classes as well, from KG.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, I got a call. So, from KG to 12th, it varies.
Mhm.
And in
So voice is breaking, I guess.
In tier 2 and tier 3 cities, there would be a difference of say 20 to 25% in terms of fees. Then, answering your second question would be talking about admissions. So, I would say that per school, there should be like in the first year, 100 admissions we expect, and then gradually 100 plus 100, actually 100 to 150 admissions are an add on every year from the second year onwards.
Yeah, so why I'm asking you, because usually we get a questions like, at what student capacity does the
Uh,
school become profitable, right?
Yes. So
I can't hear you.
I'll answer this question, Bharatji. So I'll just first I will tell about our experience, and then I will tell about the ideal situation that should be there. Okay. So when we started our school, we started in the year 2019, was 1920 was the period when we started with the first batch. So that time we started with the fees of around 12 to 13,000 for the nursery section, and we gradually increased it to till fifth it was around 25,000. But and later on when COVID hit, there was a lot of problem, and then we had to revise our structure and everything. So our proper growth happened post COVID. So that was the time, like 22, 23 was technically our first, or you can say second batch. Then 23, 24, 24, 25, and now 26, 27 will be our sixth, seventh batch. Okay, so now the fee structure that we have is for the starting nursery section, we have a fees of around 15 to 16,000, and that is what we have mentioned in the financial also. The you know the mistake that we did in our initial years was we started with a very less fee structure. So now what happened was that we could not increase our fee structure very drastically. We can increase according to the norms, which is increase of around 8 to 10%. And if we go for 15% fees, there is a committee that decides. So that is what in our franchisee, we always, any investor who would like to partner with us, we always suggest that we should, start a little higher. So to that extent, we have in the financial sheet and other things, we have, we have already mentioned that we have to start a little higher. So I think 20 to 25,000 per annum should be the ideal fees for nursery to like pre-primary segment.
Right. And Rohit, also, I mean,
And yes, yes. Sorry to interrupt you again. I was talking. You asked about the break even when, like, at what point. So ideally, like, in with our experience, we can tell that around 450 to 500 students is the,
Break even.
that number is somewhere because we have to take average. It's not like it's a 100% fee collection or something. There's when we are operating in these cities, our investment is also low, and there is fees is also low, and there are some problems with collection. Okay, but 400 to 500 students is a sweet spot where we can, break even, operational break even comes. Okay.
Right.
And so now when we go for a franchisee and we go with this fee model, ideally it should be in the third or fourth year when we should be operationally break even. And for that, by third or fourth year, we should have 450 students. So that is a good place to start with. Yeah.
Right. Also, do we have any mechanism, to find out, like, what is the, the minimum population or the catchment required, uh, to find a good location? Or maybe
Yes.
like, how do you validate that location has enough demand before launching? Because this answer would really help an investor to identify a good location where they can, think of.
So basically, we also have like a survey team that goes
Okay.
in and around the area that does survey in terms of what is the fee structure of schools that are present in uh, uh, around like 2 to 3 kilometers from the same location. What are they charging? How much? What response they are getting? How many colonies are there? How many residents live by? So that are these are few parameters, and there's a proper analysis done by the survey team that goes door to door as well to fill a questionnaire along with the parents.
Right. And just the last question, in case if any, if the partner or the investor does not get, the proper response, maybe like for the first or the second year, what all support we can provide to them?
So our continuous support is there in terms of marketing and admissions in all sorts. So we try to work. As I mentioned that here in the report and in the pitch deck, we have mentioned the bare minimum and the like we assume the minimum results possible. Otherwise, in our experience, we have done a lot more than this. So we promise the bare minimum so that there are like 95% से up chances, 100 तो किसी का नहीं कह सकते, but
Correct, correct.
95% से ऊपर के chances रहते हैं that we fulfill what we have committed. And if at all there's a situation like that, then we 100% support the franchisee in terms of admissions, rigorous digital marketing. Then we use all our team members as well. They coordinate with the existing staff and see whether there's some cost cutting that we can also include, and we can go phase wise in terms of cost planning also and expenses planning as well.
Absolutely. Right. I think that's it. I mean,
I'll just add 2 points here.
please.
So I think you asked that what should be the ideal population size where these kind of schools can come.
Correct.
So that will be like if you have a major town nearby.
Mhm.
So any tier 3 and tier 4 towns. Okay. So these towns usually have a population of 2 to 5 lakhs. Okay, so city in these towns, city would be a good place because the catchment area is nearby villages also, the villages that are there. So those are also there. Plus the target population are the people, the service sector that is present in these kind of towns. Okay, so for example, like the people who are working in banks, insurance companies, uh, so their children, they are even school teachers and these people, and the nearby the farmers that have medium to large land holdings. So these their wards, their children. So ideally, these people are our target segment. And another thing is that they come in the lower, medium, and upper middle class of these towns. Okay, so this is the other thing that you asked, that what kind of support. So I think Sneha rightly mentioned that first of all, a survey, how we survey is very, very important. So that that is the foundation of how we start. And then if there is in the initial years, if there is no good response, then we have to go to the drawing board, and our team support in the third year, second year, that so that is why we believe in door to door marketing, because in the door to door marketing you directly interact with people, you go to their houses, you look at where they live, what kind of education is there, what kind of education the other schools are provided. So based on that, all the decisions should be made. And yeah, door to door marketing is the way, like we convince them, we go in the ground, we hit the ground running. So those strategies are there. And
Yeah, in 95% cases, since we are committing on the bare minimum, we fulfill our commitment. If at all things go haywire, if there's any such problem, we work on two aspects. One is cost cutting. We call it our USP also, because we are very hands on in terms of cutting costs wherever possible and not compromising on quality. And second is also, then we try to create some different revenue streams also, which is possible other than the working hours of the school in case of emergency.
Right. Great. I think that is what is all about the Global School of Excellence. In case you just summarize what Global School of Excellence presents, then it is affordable plus focus on the quality education model. So overall, the Global School of Excellence is designed to deliver premium quality education at an affordable cost. As an organization, they are primarily focusing on the semi-urban and the tier 2 and 3 cities. Uh, Overall, they are focusing on bridging the gap between the expensive urban school and the low quality rural school, right? So that is what you get. And then that is what makes a highly scalable, opportunity for, this school. Also, they are purpose driven. I mean, this is the organization built on a social entrepreneurship initiative. They focuses on the value-based education, not just academics, but also the ethics, the confidence, the overall, the holistic development, which creates a strong emotional connect with the parents. They have, the structured academic and the learning system. They focuses on the fundamental skill with modern learning, reading, writing, understanding the smart classes, the AI tools, and the experiential kind of learning. So that ensures that the student can get better education, and that also ensures the better, the student outcomes. Anything else you would like to add, Atul sir, from your end?
Yeah, I have one more question. Do you have any specific assessment criteria for the investor, those who want to take the franchisee?
Right. Yeah. Good question.
Any specific requirements?
Do you have any specific criteria to choose the investor or your partner?
So, of course, given that they fulfill all our financials mentioned in the document, they are ready to invest that amount of time as well as money into this. However important this is, but most important for us is a person that is actually passionate about educating people, because we believe that temperaments should match when we are working together. Uh, People who are working in the education industry and people who are education entrepreneurs have to have a different mindset rather than a core businessman mindset. They need to have a temperament of also giving back to the society. So they need to focus on quality rather than just worrying about the financials, because we don't compromise on the quality of education at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely right. Anything else, Romit, from your end, you would like to say anything before we end this webinar?
So I think the one point, the differentiating I think Sneha has already told about the USP and other things, and most of the other things Chitra ma'am has already covered. So I would just like to conclude with the one word that, how we are different from other franchisees and other schools is that, first of all, our franchisee model is very low cost. Second thing is that if you partner with any kind of DPS or any other brand, the big brands, those are there. So they take a lot of money also, a lot of investment is also there. Plus, even if they do that, but they give one-to-one support and they are very much worried about, the student learning and other things, then it's really good. But in actual on the field, it is not the case. It is only the person, the group that has taken the franchisee, they have to worry about all the things, getting admissions and other things. What we offer is that, we are a young organization, so we feel the pain. We know that since recently it is only the fifth and sixth year, 6 years we have been running, so we know how tough it is in the initial 2-3 years. So, with our experiences, we can, and plus we are young organization, so we can experiment fast, we learn fast, and we change our strategies. And so that is why there is no one strategy. And if a DPS comes and say that, okay, you have to invest 20 crores and then you will get this, you will do that, it is not that easy. Every space, every place, and every organization, every city or town has its own culture. You have to blend according to the culture, and you have to put yourself out according to the culture. The franchisee people who will get associated with us, those are the people who know the culture of the place. So Global School of Excellence is not some brand that, some outside brand is coming. We want to be a brand, everyone can relate to it. It should be we should blend with the culture of the place. So that is, I think, our USP. Obviously, quality education and the things Sneha has mentioned, those I will not repeat it again. So yeah.
Right. Great. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much. But I also, at the same point of time, I understand that, you know, 50 odd minutes is not good enough to get all your answers. However, we tried our level best to give you, the overall, holistic picture of this brand and the opportunity. We also tried, answering all the questions usually you may have, usually we get from the investor side. But in case if you still have any question, I think you can get in touch with our local partner, Atul Sharma. Atul sir, if you can share your number in the chat box. Right, chat में आप अपना number लिख दो.
Of course, of course. My number is also have in the group.
नहीं, यहाँ पे chat में.
Okay, okay.
Also wanted to add one last thing that, right now we are looking from a point of view where an investor would first find out a land and then start the building and everything. But it would be more feasible for us in case there's also a non-operational school which is not able to become profitable or is running in losses. We can take over that
Okay.
on a FOCO model. So if there's any link or reference related to that, we are open to it as well.
Fantastic. That is an added advantage, of course. So I think this was all about the Global School of Excellence today. It is indeed a great opportunity school or education sector is something which has greater sustainability, right? It is an investment for a really a long period of time. And, schools goes for generation and generation. So you and be a part of this successful brand, and you can also, contribute your part in overall education sector. I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. See you once again tomorrow. But before I end off, of course, would like to thank Sneha Nigam and Romit Pandey for joining us today, giving your time 1 hour and helping us understand the overall business opportunity. It was indeed a great interaction. I would also like to thank our channel partner, Atul Sharma, who is our local partner from MP. He can also help you, hunting the location, arranging your call with the co-founders. So you can, of course, get in touch with him. He has already shared his number in the chat box. And thank you so much, Chitra, also for coming here today, helping me drive this overall webinar. So that's it for the day. See you tomorrow once again with a brand, and we'll explore a new opportunity. So that's it. Take care. Have a